Hey, what's up everybody? We are back today with a stealth-based walkthrough for Death of the Outsider, Mission 5, A Hole in the World. For this mission, I will be showing you how to navigate through the mission without being detected. However, we will not, underline not, be picking up all the bone charms. Now, before you blow me up in the comments over this and start disliking the video, let's be honest here. There is no New Game Plus mode in Death of the Outsider like there was in Dishonored 2. Original Game Plus does not work like New Game Plus did. So by this point, if you've been following along with the other videos, you probably have all of about 4 of the existing bone charms in the game. According to the game, for this mission, there's like 26 or 27 you can pick up in this mission. However, after you pick up the first few, you wind up only picking up raw whalebone after that point, as you can't pick up duplicate bone charms. So all of that equals out to the point that, in my opinion, there's no point to picking them all up, and as such, I didn't see a reason to do it in the video. Now, as always, if enough people ask for it, I'll put up a separate video for finding them all. But if not, it seems a bit pointless to me, so there probably won't be one. So that's enough of me trying to avoid all the nasty comments that might ensue after this gets posted. It's time to wrap up Death of the Outsider with one final mission, so sit back, relax, and enjoy.
There's a darkness at the center of all things. It'll change you if you think about it too much, but it's always there. It waits for you. When I was in hiding, I tried to forget everything that I was. Now I aim to keep my promise to a dead man, someone who meant the world to me. Sometimes I still hear Dowd's voice echoing through the metal of this miserable knife. This is the strangest, most important thing I've been through, and that's saying a lot. There's a mining complex on Shindeire Peak, somehow so obscure that most people don't believe it exists. That mad cult lives there, protecting the one place that can bring me face to face with the outsider himself. Years ago, I heard Dowd talking about the void. A fear that grips your throat, bends your spine, but I can't turn away now. What will we have left if the outsider's gone? His name might be lost to the void, but tonight, I'll find out if he can still bleed. This is the place. Shindeire North Quarry. It shouldn't exist, but from what I can see, this place is real. At least for now.
Here, the void is closest to the surface of reality, breaking through and spilling out all the fear and power the Abbey of the Everyman tries to hide. You have uncovered more than most. What you do now will change the world.
You again. You know, I used to wonder if you'd speak to me. I almost wanted it. Every street kid, every desperate wretch pushed to the edge. They all wanted you to speak to them. Why didn't you? Why me, now? You know I'm here to end this. You and this disgusting cult.
People have come to this place for centuries wanting many things. To elude death, to seek forbidden knowledge. They are never satisfied no matter how much they take. Not even the dead find peace here. You will find another relic of the cult's heart. A piece of whatever god came before my time. You will find the people who murdered me. When I knew them, they had names and ambitions. Now, they wander this place, their minds snared up with terrible secrets, keeping hidden the unspeakable ritual that made me what I am. Deep in the void, they put a knife to my throat and tore my name away. You have found the knife. Maybe you can find my name in the black viscera of this place, if you care to look.
Why are you telling me this? What do you want?
We both know how a mob can justify a murder to themselves. Who I was or what I wanted never mattered to the cultists here. I will not speak to you again. The next time we meet, you will be face to face with what was done to me all those years ago. Your mind echoes with everything that Dowd wants you to do. But I am here to say that you have a choice, Billy Lurk.
Alright, let's get this party started. Let's head out here. First thing you're going to have to deal with is dogs.
Where is everyone?
There are 3 dogs
hate
out
this
here we're
place
going to take out ever so carefully. Just going to make our way over here, pop up on top of this, get up on top of somewhere that gets me into a highly enlightened position, and then up here so we can get a, well, maybe, if we can get up on top of the building. There we go. So we can get a good vantage point on all of the dogs. Just going to snipe them from a distance and see if I can avoid shooting them 15 times to kill them. Stop moving around. There we go. So that's 1. There are 3 of them up here. This is 2. He's sleeping, so he's easy to hit. And then 3rd one walks around somewhere. There he is. Oh, stop barking and just walk over here so I can shoot you. Chase some rats. There we go. 1, 2. Oh, look at that. Pro. You never had any doubt. Okay, now that they are out of the way, it is bone charm collecting time. As I said in the intro, we are not going to be picking up every lootable bone charm in here because most of them are on enemies. And once again, as I said in the intro, once you have all the available bone charms in the game, every further bone charm that you loot just gets turned into raw whalebone, so it's kind of silly. I'm going to show you where some of the loose ones are, if I can ever get on top of the building. So that was 1. There's another one in here. I'm going to have to get up top, if I can jump, maybe. There we go. And it's back here in this locker. So we'll crack this open, grab that. And then we will head around out here, get on top of this. Let's get on top of the building. And then we will drop down in here, and there is 1 more bone charm in here. Now, if you're on Original Game Plus mode, I don't know how you get in this room, because the only way to get in here that I can figure out is to use our Ghost Walk form. Come in here, turn this wheel all the way, and then immediately Ghost Walk. And you can set your marker in here. And once it's in there, all you need to do is pop in here. So we can just swing around and go right through. And then we can get in this safe and grab our bone charm. If you're playing on Original Game Plus and you found how to get in here, let me know. Because I did play around with it a little bit. I didn't spend like too much time with it. But I did play around with it a little bit on Original Game Plus. And I just could not sort out a way to get in there quick enough. Without having Ghost Walk form. So if you figure it out, leave me a comment, let me know. I'd be interested to know. Alright, next stop is going to be up in here. There are 3 enemies in this area that we're going to take out. One of them, the NPCs are going to take out themselves.
Leave me alone!
Calm yourself, Antero. You had that coming and you know it.
And then the other 2 we're going to
How
take
you
out.
find wisdom when you ignore the simplest
We're going to get up on
errors.
top of this sign.
Seek no solace in mundane
And we're going to
things,
pop over
cast
here
aside
on top of this
distractions.
building.
Where little pets were distracting your gaze from the
Once she
Where's
goes
the
ahead
harm?
and shoots him.
I was just feeding the rats and talking to them.
Because technically
Like
he's
the
kind of
lonely
looking
rat
over
boy
there
from
and
the
they're not.
stories.
So
void. We're not in a story. The void needs you.
I don't want to go to the void anymore.
don't go
I've
towards
seen
the
what
light.
happens. The
Don't go
stone
towards
roots
the
rot in your
light.
body. It takes over your mind and heart.
This is our purpose, Antero. This is why we're here. Don't fight the influence of the endless and empty.
I don't want to. I'm scared. I don't want to become like them.
Sorry, Antonio. Resistance is
Don't worry,
futile.
you
You
won't.
will be assimilated. Alright, he's done. Now we're gonna go over to the roof.
How many of the founders are still there? Are they even human?
And then we're gonna take him out.
Why do they look
Get
like
a
that?
good shot
What goes on here?
his head. stand still. There we go.
No.
And we'll just take her out real quick. All right, she's out of the way. So if you want to go through that gate, you can absolutely do that. There is a safe code in this warehouse that is to our left. But you don't have to do that in order to get through here. And we are not going to be opening that gate. We are going to go a different path. But if you do want the safe code, or the gate code, I will show you where it's at. So we're going to head up the stairs, all the way to the top, in here, and then we're going to get up on top of some pipes that are up in here after we do a little bit of looting. I thought I remembered there was... Yes, we'll take a shot. If you need some. We're going to hop up here, cross over, drop down, and it is back in this office. On the desk, you're going to find the note, and on the note, there is the gate code. So if you want to use that gate code, that will get you through the gate. I'm not doing that. Let's do something a little bit more inventive. All right, now pretty much back up the way we came to get out of here. And then we're going to drop down into the warehouse and play around with Ghost Walk Forum a little bit more. Alright, so we're going to come over here. We're going to semblance, or sorry, we're going to Ghost Walk and set our marker right on this metal plate. Then we're going to come over here and turn the crank wheel. Raise the platform all the way up. When it gets to the top, we're going to teleport, break the boards, open the door, and then jump in. See how easy that was? That was pretty awesome. You have to admit it. It was. Okay. Now, we're going to do the most important thing in the world, which is grab a bone charm and then save our game. Always important to save our game. Now that we saved our game, we are going to put on our electrical burst, and we are going to snipe this chick. Make sure you shoot high, because the thing has a little bit of weight to it and it doesn't go that far, so it winds up dropping as it goes a decent distance away from you. So you don't want to miss. So shoot high and you'll hit her. You're going to use her for something here in a second. That's why we wanted to knock her out. We're going to semblance down here and mark these two, and I will show you there is another female guard over here. Just keep her in mind. But we are going to teleport down here behind these boxes, just out of sight of these guys that are speaking right now. Just like that. And then we're going to hang out here for just a second and wait for that one right in front of us to walk away. We'll do the waiting dance.
Under its gaze, I sank beneath the surface of these waters. I walked the path of the envisioned and witnessed the churning.
Come on, the waiting dance makes you stop talking and walk away. He is the one that walks away.
I still feel the eye's presence in my mind.
Yes. The dead see with such depth.
I
The
see
eye of
dead
the dead
people.
God sees all our desires.
One day we too shall see the truth. I know it.
All right, now they're done talking. He's going to walk away. When he walks away, there is a bone charm on this guy if you want to grab it. Or raw whalebone if you already have them all. But get up on top of the roof. And we're going to head over here. We're going to get down in this rail car. Now, based on your vision, you can or cannot teleport into it. Sometimes you teleport on top of it. I'm not sure exactly where we are right now because of the tree, but get behind it so the chick across the way doesn't see you, and then we're just going to go over here beside this building in whatever way you see fit. Well, that didn't work, obviously. Try this. Thankfully, she didn't see us because that was kind of... I meant to do that. Let's be honest. Okay, up on top of the roof. Go on the back part of the roof. And then we are going to drop down here and grab this chick's body. She also has a bone charm / raw whalebone on her. See what I mean? Yeah. And then we are just going to kind of walk at the boards and drop her body as we walk. It's going to make her body fall into the boards. And it doesn't make enough noise to piss anybody off down below. If you smash the boards with your sword, it does, and they become alerted. Little tip. But we are going to carry her with us. This is why we knocked her out, because we're going to use her to move through a room of 4 enemies that are upstairs just a bit. So And plus it allows you to pickpocket them easily if you want to get the bone charms that they carry. I'll show you both of those as well. I didn't say we wouldn't be getting any bone charms. It's just that, as I said in the beginning, by this point in the game, you've got, if you've been following along, you've got all the bone charms there are. You're probably just picking up raw whalebone at this point. Alright, we are going to mimic her, head in here. You're going to pickpocket this chick. She has a bone charm on her. So she had a black bone charm that we hadn't seen before.
I remember one man.
And then we are going to pickpocket him. He's got a bone charm. He had iron roots. We haven't seen that before.
As if you could keep it in the mind. As if we don't have enough vermin.
And then we're going to head up this chute. As soon as you get far enough away, you can cancel semblance or mimic, whatever it's called. And we're going to head into this room. And this is a strategic point to do a save, in my opinion, so that's what we'll do. Save our game. Now that we saved our game, use whatever means you want to get through this next part. I like to kind of just dip in here and wait for that envisioned cultist to pass through and walk through the wall. When it does, the guy who's all the way forward of everybody else tends to walk through the wall himself. He's gone, and then I can snipe her. This guy gets pissed off, but I haven't had him come over to the rail car when I shoot her in the head and stay back like that. And when that happens, he'll walk up, and you can just jack him. Now, he does have a bone charm on him, but it just gets converted to raw whalebone. I'm going to hide the bodies over here. The point of hiding the bodies in this mission is to keep the envisioned cultists from freaking out when you move to the next stage of this mission. So that's why there's going to be some body hiding in this mission. I will use some creative magic with the video editing and speed up the body hiding so that you don't have to sit through 10 minutes of body hiding. But just FYI, I do think it's valuable to do in this mission. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get up on this pipe. And you can absolutely skip the majority of the enemies in here. However, I do find it easier to kill them now when you're not dealing with envisioned cultists patrolling all over the place versus trying to dodge them and or kill them later. Especially when you want to come back into this room and get into this guy's quarters that are down here. You're eventually going to find a note and a key that leads you back into this area for a locked door that's down there on that first level. We see that X in the distance on the wall and that white text. So that door is locked right now, but we're going to eventually get the key and head back in here. It's just easier to clean these guys up now than doing it later, in my opinion. Use your own discretion about what you want to do. But what we want to do is wait for the male guard that's down there talking to the female guard to shut up and move back upstairs. Once he does that, everybody gets into a relatively normal patrol pattern, do a little waiting dance, and see, that made him stop talking. I told you, it usually works. And anyways, so they'll get into a normal patrol pattern, you'll be able to snipe them. This guy is going to walk over here by this railing and kind of hang out. And then we've got this floating gun down here that we kind of screwed up when we were marking targets in here. That guy is the guy we're going to take out first, and we're going to wait for him to walk out from underneath here over here. So kind of right about in that area. Alright, here he comes. He's going to walk out here. And we're just going to pop up on the railing and take him out. Then we're going to take him out. And then we are going to take her out. If we can get an angle on her from here, we cannot.
The outsider is walking among
But we can from here.
always watching.
So we'll take her out.
Sometimes I sense his black.
Alright. And then we'll do a little bit of body hiding. No, I'm just kidding. Just playing around. We are going to do some body hiding, just get them out of the way. And then do some looting here. A little raw whalebone that you don't need for anything, right? Close the door behind you, and then we're going to pop up here and take out some more enemies. As I said, just trying to make our life a little bit easier when we come back through here. Alright. Nothing too exciting here. We're just going to mark these 2 male guards. Or actually, just this 1 male guard, rather. He's the one that moves around. And you're waiting for him to go stand by that railing. Sometimes he walks right, sometimes he walks left, sometimes he hangs out, but you're effectively waiting for him to go to that railing. When he does, you can snipe this guy on the couch. Then you can snipe him. And then at this point, you want to quickly take out the women that are beneath you. So take out the old lady, take out this chick, and now they're all out of the way, and it's back to body hiding mode. So we'll throw these 4 bodies in that original room that we were using, once again, just to get them out of the way so the Envision cultists don't see them and don't freak out and alert, and they just stick to their normal patrol patterns. Now the bodies are hidden. We are going to head around here, sneaking of course, because there are guys down on the lower level, and we're going to head underneath these stairs. Follow the pipe through, get our feet wet a little bit. We have water-resistant boots on, it's fine. Alright, and then we are going to save our game. Now that we saved our game, we are going to go into Ghost Walk form, and I'm going to mark up 2 guards for you. Now, this guy down here at the end of the walkway, and this chick right here. Alright? These are the 2 most important guards in this area when it comes to being seen. I'm playing on very hard, as I have been on the previous missions, and you absolutely do not want to get seen by this guard that's walking towards us now, because it changes his patrol pattern. If he even spotted me a slight bit, I mean just the littlest bit of a white arrow, or a white lightning bolt, he would walk over here to where I am, which is not what you want. What you want him to do is to walk all the way to the end of his patrol path, and then when he gets all the way to the end with his back to you and he stops, snipe him. That gets him out of the way. No one sees that happen. Alright. Now it's a little bit of a waiting game, because what you want to do is wait for her to be looking away, and she's back to looking towards us, but we want to take out the guard over there on the left bookcase. Do a little waiting circle dance. Having to step up our game on the waiting dance. Gotta get more creative. Maybe she wanted the side-to-side action and not the circular action. Maybe that's how she likes it. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just saying. Once she looks away, you can come over here and grab this guy. I could not snipe him in the back of the head. There seem to be some of these cultists that are in here that headshot doesn't work on them because they've got something weird on their head. I don't know what it is, but he was one of those. We're going to come over here and choke her out. We're not going to kill her. We're going to need her in a little bit, or depending on how you handle it, you may need her in a little bit. I'll need her. We're just going to set her body up here. Just don't throw it through the wall like that other guy's body went through when we sniped him. The collision detection in the game is a little broken. But we're effectively waiting for her to once again turn around and face the other way. When she does that, we're just going to pop over here, and we are just going to kick the heck out of some enemies here. Put on our voltaic shot. We are going to snipe this guy, her, him, the chick on the bench, the dude on the bench, and then we're going to whip out a mine, a hook mine, set it to lethal, non-lethal, doesn't really matter, and we're going to set it down here because someone at a desk is going to get pissed off. And that's just going to suck him over there and kill him. Now that he's out of the way, we are going to go into super fast body hiding mode. We're just going to take all the bodies and throw them back down the hole we came up from the water area, just to get them out of the way. Once again, all for the same reasoning of just trying to avoid the Envision cultists seeing bodies and freaking out while we're trying to patrol through here. Someone asked previously what you do. See, all the bodies are gone. What you do with the envisioned cultists. I haven't found a stealth method in order to taking them out. The only way I've found to take them out without physically getting into combat with them is to displace it directly into them, and when you do that, it gives you a like a prompt on screen within about 2 seconds that allows you to kill them in one shot, unless otherwise you wind up having to get into combat to them and use your sword's ability to get rid of them. So that's the only way I've known. Now I am going to snipe this older woman down here in the head. Use whatever method you want to take these chicks out. Then we are going to use our mimic ability on this body, if I can find it. And then we're just going to go take this chick out, unless she disappears into the wall. I'm like, really? Seriously? This is what we're doing? There we go. Okay, so she's out of the way. And more body hiding. Make sure you come back and hide that first body. Get it out of the way. I'll hide this one. And I'll slow it down for just a sec here because I want you to know where we're going. So we're going all the way to the top here. And this is where we're stashing the bodies. This also leads us to the eye. So we'll head right down through here and we will touch the eye.
It's been a part of me since this all started. It's cold. Dead. But it still sees.
Finger in the eye. Hey, you know, little Three Stooges never hurt anybody. All right, now we are out here. We're going to run down here and loot this body. This is going to give us that key to the locked room I was telling you about. And then we are going to, once again, save our game. Now that we saved our game, we're almost there. We're going to head in here, sneaking of course, and we are going to displace up on this wall to our right. This is going to allow us to avoid the envisioned cultist that likes to patrol in this area, kind of. There's a shadow. Look at that. And you can use Ghost Walk form to mark these guys up if you didn't know that. I'm just choosing not to do that with this guy because I really don't care about him. We're just going to displace past him, but we are going to mark this one up. Be careful, he can see you from a distance if you're on very hard. If I went about 3 steps further, he would have totally alerted to our presence. Oh, God. I hate that you can't float. There's some gravity to the floating, so if you get off the railing, it just drops you. It's so annoying. Alright, and the key to this area here is avoiding this guy entirely, and it can be kind of a pain in the butt because his patrol pattern... I've been in here a couple times playing around with him, and his patrol pattern seems to vary more than I would like. So we'll just hang out here and see what he does from this rock. It generally gives you a good perspective of avoiding his vision. But what we would like him to do is to walk past us, kind of to the right of us right now, and we can teleport behind him. But he doesn't really seem to be cooperating at the moment. Of course. When I'm not recording, he always walks past me. I mean, come on. Alright, maybe he'll walk past us now. Oh, of course not. Wow, this is getting dumb. So I guess what we could do is we could just use Ghost Walk form and put a marker behind him and try not to get spotted. Oh God. Well, we're not going to be doing it now, but if he will get out of the way. Really? Seriously? This is what we're doing, huh? Okay, he's coming all the way back here. Now's the time to do it. That's not as far as I've seen him walk, but that's as long as I'm willing to wait and record at the same time to deal with that kind of nonsense. So, put our marker here, we'll wait for him to come through, and then we'll just port past him. And we'll move quickly so that he doesn't get fully alerted to our presence. Get up in here. Now, do note in here, there is yet another one of the envisioned cultists that does walk through this area, so keep an eye out for him as you're moving around, dropping down, etc., etc. But this is that door I was telling you about that was locked. That's why we took out the guys that were in this area. We're going to need to decipher a
This one was obsessed
trunk
with all the
code
rest.
that's in here.
What did he
The
find
code is the 3 parts of the outsider's symbol. So this is one part, this is the middle part, and this is the part on the right. So they make up the code
Combination to the
962.
safe might
Just
have
dial
something to
that
do with
in.
those strange symbols.
If I can get the dial to work. There we go. 9, 6, and then 2, and that pops it open.
What?
Been following along conversation-wise and
is the
lore-wise in the
outsider's
game.
name.
The outsider had asked you
This
to
says
figure out what his
only
name
spirits
was.
in the void can read it.
And that was you figuring out his name. So here's that envisioned one walking through this room. He can walk left to right and right to left, so just keep that in mind. Just because he's walking to the right now doesn't mean I haven't seen him walk the other way across the room. So he kind of pops through the door. Once he does that, we'll pop up here, and we'll get up to the second tier. So kind of where we were previously, right? And when we came up here and took out the 4 guards that were on the outside level, you can see he walks back through here. But what we're going to do is drop down on this pipe, and we're going to get over on this pipe, and we're going to hang out. Now, don't go too far forward. We are going to use Ghost Walk, head down here, and we're going to mark up that envisioned one that's right down there, okay? So I said don't go too far forward because the guy that we just marked before that one in front of us is walking to our left. And if you get in front of this rock that we're hiding behind, he can actually look from a walkway over to where we are and see us. So that's why I said don't go too far forward. There he is. All right. So we're just going to head down through here, and you probably... yeah, that was really smart. I don't know that we're going to make it through here. Jeez. If I have to re-record this, this is going to suck. Oh, no. Look, we made it. Okay. You don't want to go ahead of him like I did. That was completely a bad idea. If you just get behind him, he kind of walks up the hill to the left, and that's the best way to get into the rail car without being seen. So do as I say, not as I do. But then grab your Ghost Walk and come down here and just put a mark right here. Actually, a little further back, right about there. All right, and then just angle yourself so you can see, and once you get some energy, pop down here. And then there is one envisioned cultist to our right. You can see him walking on screen right now. And then there's one to our left. The one to the right is easy to keep track of. The one to the left, not so much.
How long has the outsider been
So we're gonna mark
dwelling
him.
at the heart of the void?
And if you get too far to your right, while you're standing on top of this roof, he can't see you. At least he can see you depending on what difficulty you're playing on. So what you want to do is put a displaced target right here. And then if we get enough energy, and I decide not to be impatient, once you have 2 full bars of displace, that's the best time to move. So we'll move over here, and then we'll displace over here. Okay. We'll displace over here, not getting spotted, and head towards the light. And into Ritual Hold we
I
go.
can feel it.
Did anyone else wonder if the water could kill you the first time you were in here? Like, can I go in the water? Are things gonna spawn out of the water if I jump in? What's the trick? There's something hidden here. Something bad's gonna happen. Alas, being paranoid didn't help in this situation. So, we're just gonna pop up here, inspect the outsider.
Inside the walls.
Look at you. This is what the Abbey tried to hide. This is what the eyeless want to know about. I'm at the center of the void itself. And you're not even some kind of horror I need to face.
He's been
down and
petrified.
fight. You're at my mercy.
Where's Medusa at? She's hiding down in the water. I
But
knew there
you've
was a
always
trap
been at
in
the
here.
mercy of bad people, haven't you? You said I had a choice. Well, I'm here to make it. I've seen what you wanted.
It's called Death of an Outsider for a reason, people.
Bastard. It doesn't change a thing.
War never changes. It doesn't change a thing.
This is how it ends. This is how it always ends.
This is how I stab you in the heart. Et tu, Brute?
See, there are no choices left.
It's done. You've cut away the knot at the center. The rest will fall to pieces. The world will finally change.
The world might change, but we won't. Killers never change.
Although Killers is a good band.
What happened is what had to happen. Maybe it's not fair, but I can't think of much that is. I know the guilty never get what they deserve. I know the black-eyed bastard never did. But with that knife in his heart, I've evened the score. He died for the people twisted by his magic, the cults, witches, and killers. For all the madness and chaos they caused. For Dowd, for me. And after all this, I'm still just a murderer. There's so much doubt, but there are some things I know are true. The outsider is no more, and with that, the world will change in ways none of us can know. But the void is still there, echoing just beyond what you can see. And there's no one left to say who will and won't be touched by its magic.
Alright, so that wraps us up. Ghostly Never Detected, as promised. Once again, we didn't do all the bone charms. If you do want to see all the bone charms, let me know in the comments. If enough people ask for it, I will do a video for it on the channel. However, at this point, I personally saw it as being pointless, so I have a feeling no one's going to watch the video if I post it, so I really just don't see a reason to put one together. But as with all things, if you guys ask for it, you know I will do it. So if I get enough requests, I'll totally put one up on the channel. If you have any other games that are coming out soon that you'd like to see videos for on the channel or have any interest in, let me know. You know what kind of videos I like to do, and I know what kind of videos you guys like to see. So if we can somehow meet in the middle on a new game, let me know down in the comments section below. If enough people think it's a good idea, maybe put up a poll or something, I will absolutely add a game to the channel. I apologize profusely for this taking so long to get out. Life and work have been taking up all of my free time, and I just not had time to get Mission 5 rolled through with a playthrough that actually made sense and didn't suck, and get it posted to the channel. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, but that does wrap us up for all of Death of the Outsider. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, place them in the comments section below. But as always, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.